Tom Monahan's work as athletics director for the Bristol Public Schools and his commitment to CAS-CIAC were remarkable. He was beloved in Bristol, where he brought great passion and professionalism in growing the athletics programs, and similarly, he was tireless in his work as a tournament director and contributor in multiple venues for CAS-CIAC. He also served as a mentor for fellow ADs in fostering their involvement with CAS-CIAC and the Connecticut High School Coaches Association.
He loved kids, and he wanted them, if it was his own kids or if it was students in the classroom or players on a field or a court, he wanted to make sure that what their life was going to be like was going to be the best that could possibly be, and he just wanted to help in any way to encourage that.
He really felt strongly that kids in sports led a better life, and that it was important for kids to be involved in sports. So, he was an athlete when he was younger himself, and I think he just felt that that was something that served him well when he was young, and that it's something that was good for kids to be involved in.
Even if someone wasn't maybe the best student in the school, they could build the confidence in themselves and learn all the other things that sports can give you that way. The confidence to be able to go out in front of people, to speak to your teammates, to work hard as a group for a common goal. All those attributes were important to him to learn in the sports field, that he said even if you weren't that great in the classroom, this was something that you could excel at and feel good about.
It was part of who he was. And I think we're all educators, and we know how all-encompassing that field can be and how you don't walk away from it when you walk out the door. You bring so much home with you. You're always constantly thinking about your job and doing some more to make yourself a better educator. I think that was something that we all learned from him, the fact that he never really stepped away from it. We did have him at home. We did spend time with him at the dinner table, but he would go right back out the door to a meeting or to a game or something like that. So
I know when he went to Columbia and played football, and Lou Little was his coach, and he told him when he was graduating, I would write you a letter of recommendation to Harvard Business School and you can make $1 million. But I know you won't do that. I know you're going to go back to Bristol, you're going to scrounge around, and you're going to be a coach, because that's what's in your blood. That's what you love to do. It was part of him, teaching and coaching.
He wanted to do the job. He wanted to leave it all on the field, like they do in the games, I don't think he ever wanted anyone to say that he could have done more. I think it was a source of pride for him to do his best, and he had a wonderful work ethic, and the standards that he set for others, he also set for himself.
He loved just interacting with other people, but he loved to be involved in any way, shape, or form. If somebody called him up and said, hey, we need somebody, he'd say, okay.
Well, I think one thing that stands out for all of us the most is, dinner time during the basketball tournament season, because the phone was ringing constantly. There was always that time that, we know what that's all about. The other thing that I always remember is that he always made it clear to us if a game was canceled or postponed, because there was a difference between those two things. And if anybody called and asked about that, we had to make sure that we got the right answer for that one. So I think he just felt the leadership was important, and getting involved in the different organizations like CIAC was important to, continue that for kids in schools. I think he felt proud of being able to contribute even after being out of the school system.
It's always nice to hear people say nice things about your father, and even to this day, it's nice to hear people comment on him and express their appreciation of what he has done for people.
Again, I think it's how far-reaching his influence was, and how many connections he made, and how many people he helped. There's a coach that worked with my own children in high school, and she often spoke of my dad, and I think that that's one of the things
that he would be most proud of is how he mentored people. And I never maybe necessarily knew that until after he passed away, and people shared those special times and those special feelings that they had for my dad.
Sports was, after family, probably the second part of his life that he loved to do. It wasn't a job to him, it was his life. And I think he would be honored that people were still remembering him all these years later. And I'm proud of him. I'm proud of everything that he accomplished.